So this is the area to here. And that's from this point on. It's like a different division. But pretty much what we're going to include here, it's the asphalt emulsion coating from this point all the way pretty much beyond and beyond. We'll coat everything here. We'll stripe the stalls here, and pretty much this will be coated. By the time that we come in, all these materials should be out of the way. The porta potties and everything will be out of the way. We'll come in the clean, power blow everything. Wire brush as necessary. Then we'll power blow and start with the asphalt emulsion coating application. I see that there'll be a little bit of patchwork there because there's dirt. I don't know why they excavated a square there. Towards this area, it's somewhat a lot cleaning work will be required because it's so dirty. All this has to be like super clean. It's so dirty. It's like concrete powder, dirt, just a mixture of everything. So before we apply this coating, we need to make sure everything's clean so that way it adheres. And so all this dust needs to be cleaned out of the way. Here we obviously have the brick cutting, the tile cutting machine. So all the dust accumulates here in the area, and so by the time that we come in, all this has to be out of the way. You need equipment, and coating will pretty much cover all this area. And we'll stripe this section of the stalls. Hopefully all this is out of the way. Mulch. And then towards this side, pretty much all this will be coated. Go through the fence here. So pretty much all this will be coated. All this, as you can see, when brand new asphalt installation doesn't have coating, it's grainy. It's bony, and it has more texture. So we've had clients in the past that complained that their asphalt finish was bony or just rough texture. But what they don't understand is that a brand new installation that's usually how it is. Is not after seal coating or the coat application is applied that you get that smooth finish that they usually expect. So you can see it's a natural brand new asphalt installation. and yeah, so patchwork there. We'll stripe these numbers again. We'll take note of the numbering layout that they have. Here we have the walk So I'm gonna cut through here. So like these, maybe we'll put a little bit of tack oil, SS1, and a little bit of hot mix. It's very small, but kind of like what they did here, it looks like. But yeah, overall this is a brand new installation. That's how it looks when it doesn't have any coating applied to it. It's a grainy structure, it's a grainy texture. And so I already took measurements of this on this. So this is pre-coating. That's how it looks. There, it has no striping there, so we'll stripe that. There's tiny scratches on the surface. With the coating, I mean, it won't cover it up, but it'll be less noticeable. I mean, it would be, I think, too much, to excavate that area and patch it, just for those tiny scratches. So I don't think it's convenient for, to go through the added on expense for that tiny scratch. So all this has been taken into account as far as the scope of work. These areas all around, pretty much all of that. Pretty much all of that. So this is a new buildings here that a development here in Livermore, California. So just taking account of the scope of work, here's the patching. We need to excavate. Excavate and then patch it up. So it's even with the surrounding before we coat it. There's ADA striping here. There's a handicap stall there so that someone can come through this path of travel, up this ramp, and into the trash recycling. We should take account of that so we can stripe it again. So there we go. Took account of all of that. So it looks like they patched this area. I mean, the seams are there, and it's natural with patches that the seams are evident. When we come do the coating, we'll blow everything up, power blow it, and coat everything. And the seams may be less noticeable, but they'll still be there, and with time they'll be evident. But yeah, that's a patch. I mean, the patch is a patch to minimize those seams. I mean, the only thing that it can do, besides just redoing a patch, is excavating a larger square area, so that way the seams are pushed out towards the edges, like here by the concrete gutter. But other than that, then that's usually how patch results. It's probably because it did some I think some sewer work or underground work there. And we'll take account of these path of travel areas, the striping for that, the crosswalk, the stops. There's a stop sign here, and the crosswalk needs to guide pedestrians to this ramp. So pretty much the coating and the striping work ends here. And from there on, the maintenance manager has said that that's part of a different developer, I believe. So we don't have to include that. That's like a main road connecting all the apartments here, or condos. So this is not included, but it's just like the main area of travel for the vehicles. Now this is included because this is part of them here in Livermore. So live at a Gino Apartments, luxury living. So this is where we are gathering scope of work. We'll be excavating this trench as well and redoing it because it has settled. They probably did some underground work here. And then we'll coat it and stripe it. And we're here at Gino Apartments. It for the end of the scope of work. There's also this little trench that they were gonna add. They requested. We'll excavate it and repatch it. We'll leave it a little bit higher than the surrounding, just in the middle. Of course, in the edges it will be flush, but we want to leave it a little bit higher so that with time, as it settles, you don't end up with too much of a cave-in like here, like a valley. So right here, nice apartments, and that's the end for this scope of work. Alright, so this is Fred here at We Love Paving, and we're heading on to the next appointment. I'll talk to you soon.